If you are holding XRP, this is the most important week for you, period. This week we have on Wednesday, and we have a whole bunch of events this week taking place, and a possible XRP ETF spot approval. Today we saw the Solana ETF get delayed. Is that bearish? No, it's bullish because they are going to approve it. They're just needing necessary documents and more time to get it approved and get it ready. However, ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday, the absolute biggest event this week, there could even be bigger events this week as well. And Trump, they're going to be releasing this crypto document that could pump the market, that could pump XRP. But on Wednesday, this is very critical. That's why the market is selling off today, because people are de-risking, because they don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday, but I know what's going to happen on Wednesday. And in this video, we are going to be talking about it. So make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and stick around to the end of this video. Cryptos have crashed pretty big today. If we take a look at Bitcoin, from the top, we see about a 2% pullback. Ethereum, we're seeing about a 5% pullback. That is pretty significant. But if you take a look at some altcoins, look at Cardano down 8%, Pepe down 10%, Shiba Inu down 8%. This is all just on a Monday. Last night we were pumping, everything was looking great. If we take a look at XRP down 7%. But the bullish thing is on a technical level, we are forming higher lows. And what's taking place right now for XRP is XRP, after a very strong pullback, we are still part of this correction, is developing support. We are developing support. Once support is developed, we will maybe go a little bit lower, but we will start pushing up. And that's what happens after a correction, after a pullback. We crash and we form support. You still have a lot of sellers in the market, and that's what keeps pushing XRP down consistently. And not only XRP, a lot of altcoins. So today was a very big bloodbath for altcoins. It can continue to go lower. We can, of course, push a little bit lower, but we are getting very close to the bottom of this whole dump here. And if you take a look at Bitcoin, which is looking very strong, we had the crash last week. We ended up bottoming from this crash. And even after this massive sell-off today, Bitcoin is forming only just a 2% pullback, a higher low. And we did take out this resistance. This is looking very good. We also made a new high from this level here from the dump. So that's very, very bullish. This is honestly just a healthy pullback, and altcoins can correct and pull back a lot more aggressively than Bitcoin, and that is normal. But guess what? They bounce and recover much faster. But when altcoins crash and Bitcoin actually starts to form support, it is a great trading opportunity because you can capture and scalp these little bounces and make a lot of money. Now, if you guys want to copy my trades, follow exactly what I'm doing, and join my exclusive community, join the WAP, where we were able to buy XRP at 40 cents. We bought Dogecoin at 2 cents. These are just examples of things that you will be getting in my community, as well as day trades and spot trades and scalp trades. All these different trades you're going to be able to copy from me as a 7-figure trader. So XRP is predicted to surge 44% from our current level to around $4.80 as institutional adoption and technical breakouts are driving momentum. So although we have had a pullback, institutions are loading up, whales are loading up. We have the XRP ETF coming out. We have the XRP versus SEC case dropping. We have the Fed. They're going to be cutting rates. We have so many bullish catalysts. This is not the time to be bearish. In fact, this is the time, in my opinion, not financial advice, to buy the dip. That's what I'm doing. I am bullish on the dips here because in the next couple of months, yes, we are crashing today, pulling back today. Oh no. But in the next couple of months, cryptos are going to be pushing much higher. Let me know if you guys agree with that statement in the comments below, or if you guys disagree. I respect your opinion. So on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, we have at 2 p.m. Eastern, that is New York time, federal funds rate, the FOMC statement, that's going to be released at 2 p.m. And that's what they're going to be talking about. They're going to be cutting rates, raising rates. And at 2:30 p.m. is when we have the conference. This is when Jerome Powell is going to be asked a lot of questions about the economy, cutting rates, when they're going to do this, when they're going to do that. And this is the most important thing. So because we are selling off before this event, typically what happens in most cases actually is if we are selling off into a big data event, that big data event will be the time we're probably going to end up bouncing up for quite some time. So this could be the final shakeout before the next leg higher. This could take place, or we could be entering into a correction. This week is really going to be, that's why it's the biggest week, going to reveal the next move for the next couple of weeks for XRP. But towards the end of months, we are in the end of months now, that is when sell-offs can typically happen. A lot of shakiness. People are selling, taking profits, and that's what usually will take place at the end of months. And the beginning of months is when funds, they start buying and reaccumulating and making new adjustments to portfolios. So in the beginning of months can typically be bullish, but at the end of months, beginning of months, that small little window, the last week and the first week of each month, there's usually a lot of volatility, and afterwards, that is when we usually start to pump if things are really bullish. So if we look at ALGOSNIPER for Bitcoin on the daily time frame, the trend is still strong, it is still up, and we are still in a bullish trend. If we take a look at Ethereum, also, this is the number 2 altcoin, it is still very strong. It's just pulling back. We formed a new high last night, higher low. Everything is looking still bullish and on time. You guys can try ALGOSNIPER today, which gave a buy alert before this massive pump on Ethereum and before XRP, for just $1 at algosniper.com. Now, if we take a look at the ALGOSNIPER daily time frame for XRP, we are seeing a pullback. The trend is still intact, it's still bullish, and we are forming a lower high so far, but we just pulled back, and it's likely we're gonna maybe chop around and attempt to reach these highs again. This is where I think we are either going to reject or we are going to continue to pump higher. So we need to watch what's going to be taking place this next couple of weeks. And probably this week, I think we're going to have an answer. So this week is truly going to reveal what's most likely going to happen for the crypto market. Is XRP going to reject the highs, which we are probably most likely going to test these highs very soon? Or are we going to break and hold above and start breaking out? And this could be the next leg up for XRP and altcoins. So keep an eye on this week. And we're going to be keeping you guys updated in my private community as well, constantly every single day. But most importantly, make sure you guys are using Blowfin to trade. This platform has the cheapest fees on the internet, and they're giving away $10,000 in deposit bonuses if you guys sign up using my link. For experienced traders, you can also trade with leverage on this platform as well. But remember, nothing is financial advice in this video. And if you guys get anything out of this video, consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing with notifications on, and I'll see you later.